Welcome to the Château, guys. We have a fun week planned, I think. I'm excited about all the things that we're trying to get done.
Yeah, Leslie played a trick on me this morning. She said, let's do the video now, because I always surprise her, and she's not ready, and so she's ready, and I'm working in my bad clothes with my unshowered hair.
I like doing this before I start working. I hate it when it's in the middle.
So I called her bluff. I said, okay, great, let's do it. So anyways, you have to deal with bad looking Rob, or worse looking Rob.
Oh, come on.
Okay, but that's okay. Hey, you're not here because of our beauty.
No.
You're here because of
that beauty.
And the journey, honestly.
Yeah.
But we're excited. We got a great week coming up. Now, what are some things we're going to work on this week, Bess?
I'm still in the basement, if you can imagine, but I think I'm close in a couple spots to accomplishing some things, so I'm excited about getting somewhere on that. Now that it's nice out, I have a bunch of roses to tend to that need to get chopped down real quick. Lots of outside tasks. There's lots of weeding starting to pile up, and so that has got to get going.
I can't wait to get outside because I love the outside jobs, but the inside jobs are just a little bit more important. But on the outside jobs, like I'm looking here and I'm seeing, and I'll clip to this, but you can see the ivy still coming up some of these trees. I'd love to kill that ivy. We still have a bunch of wood sitting around. I got to get the chipper out and get that done. We have a huge tree that is falling, and
that's a bummer.
My preliminary calculations or estimates suggest that it will hit the sports court and the tennis court, and also the fence. And so we got to take the fence down before we cut that tree down. So we'll have some fun with that. And then of course the London bathroom. This should be the week for the shower and the toilet and the sink. So just a lot of great stuff. Yeah.
Lots of brocons I have to get to yet.
Oh, guess what Leslie found?
Oh yeah, this morning. We got a little flyer in the mail on an antique auction kind of house, and I've been hunting all these years for a dining room table that will hopefully fit like 20 some people, because that's usually what we are, and we may have found one.
Yeah, Leslie found French antique, close auction place, and so
it's 19th century.
She's got a new hobby now.
It's not super fancy.
No.
But it extends an awful long ways, over almost 5 meters. So it should do the trick if we can get it in the room. And
honestly, if you have some time to be looking at antiques, that's probably good for your hand for a bit.
I know. I'm kind of having trouble. But...
Yeah, we're getting old, eh? We're 50 something. So, for Leslie, the body work fades out before the mind does. For me, the mind fades out before the body does. I got lots of body to work, but the mind's like, oh, I'm tired.
That's too bad.
But anyways, enjoy the episode. Thanks for coming. I think it's fair to say we've had some rain. Yeah, quite a bit. Okay, so we've had guys that want to do a golfing, and of course we set up a little course around the yard. So we got this bag for 20 bucks, and we got a couple clubs. We got those clubs for $100. They're old, but they're old, but they're gonna do good. They're decent clubs. And we got these guys. I think these were 25. Callaway Big Bertha. So again, we spent a little bit of money, $100 or so, a little bit more altogether, and students will have some fun with it. I'm going to go to the driving range and try them out since it's Sunday and it's time for a nice restful day. Unbelievable. Beautiful. So here I am thinking, oh, what a great deal. These clubs are amazing. And then I hit the ball, it just broke. Yeah, that's what happens when you buy your clubs at an antique store, I guess. Amazing. Okay, here we go. Monday morning. It's time to work on water. Very exciting. Now, I love it when these old fixtures, they have it so that the metal exactly goes on, and since we're not changing, it should exactly still fit. Had a screw break down there, so I had to make a little bit of an adjustment, but got it in, and then we'll go over to the toilet and start doing that one up there. And we'll get all the shut-offs, and we'll have water in a few hours, or honestly, hopefully a few minutes. We'll see how long this goes. So Monday morning, we've had some good news and bad news, and since some of you guys like to, boy, look at that, I'm getting older, eh? Some of you guys kind of like to experience what it's like to have a chateau. We thought, I'll tell Leslie the good news and bad news on camera. Good news and bad news.
What's up?
Good news, the water's great. The sink works, the shower works, the toilet works. Everything's hooked up. Didn't break anything. It's a little crooked, but we can fix it.
Oh dear.
Bad news, I opened up the shower, I know, to look at the dimensions, and we have both the side pieces are 90 centimeters, so it will come out into the room 90 centimeters. The current base is 80. So it comes up 10 centimeters. I think that's what we expected, or I wasn't sure. But the door is 80.
Yeah.
So that means that it wouldn't go wider, it would just go deeper into the room. Either I ordered it wrong, or I'm confused, or maybe they sent the wrong one. So right now it'll go deeper into the room, but it won't go closer to the sink or to the toilet, which isn't bad for the toilet because the toilet. But also the backing I made is more than 90. So I guess what I'm wondering is if we should buy another door.
So we want a 90 door and 80 wall.
I think so.
Then why would we have built it out? Why would we have wanted to build it out?
Right, yeah, exactly. Well, the sides would need to be built out either way. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I screwed up or they screwed up. Probably it was me.
Well, I can look at the invoice.
Yeah, sure. But I guess worst case, we buy another door.
Have you got it open?
Yeah.
Can I come look?
Yeah. In the Japanese room, which will house 3 girl students, we have 3 single beds. Those are pushed together right now, but they are single. And as some have observed, we're a little bit short on storage for the students. So we bought another armoire for this room. We did have a closet over here, but it's very small. So we'll put this guy together while we're waiting for Leslie to come look at the shower. You know, that took the better part of half an hour, and we don't have the door on yet, the hardest part. That is huge, by the way. I mean, it sort of loses the scale, because remember, this is a 14, 15-foot room. So this is, I'm 5'9", this is eye level. And it goes way up there. I don't know, I can barely with my hammer. Yeah, it's maybe 9 feet tall. It's a big boy. Pretty good deal, 75 bucks. And mirrored front door too. Turns out we don't have the wrong ones. Usually I'm good with this kind of stuff, but okay, so 87, those 2 sides are 87, which actually means 90 because these things have a little bit of give for the wall, which is great. So you can go bigger, so it goes up to 90. This guy, I measured him, he's 42, and I'm thinking, 42, what? 42, but there's 2 42s, which is 84, and I'm thinking, but then of course, as Leslie pointed out, the sides add 0.3 millimeters, so it is 90, 90, 90. We don't have to order anything. Good news. Yeah, and morning went fast. We're time for a little lunch. We got some French brioche that Leslie's made into lovely French toast, and yay for our own Canadian maple syrup.
Orange zest.
And with an orange zest. Ooh, yum. And of course the French butter. So good. All right, heading into Angers to get some windows. Had to fill up with gas. There it is, about $8 a gallon, €190 a liter. So 74, about 80 bucks to fill up this little car. These guys are amazing. Isn't that incredible? 5 windows. Incredible. Yeah, I just love these guys for glass. I can't say enough good things. I know I've said it 100 times, but can you imagine $110 for 5 windows and all of them curved, specific cuts? Unbelievable. Now, of course, when you work with glass, there's always a chance you get cut. If you don't like blood, don't look right now. Turn away, just a little. It's not too bad of a cut, but I definitely ding myself there a little bit. But we'll get, all I've got is the envelope, so I'll put the envelope on it to stop and we'll get home. Oh, I do love having the electric gate opener. I'm gonna be honest. It has been a huge addition to our life. What a beauty, eh? Look at that. The sun is down, but the wind has picked up quite brutally, and so we had to you have to get that piece of glass in. We got it back, and so I'm going to go up and install this thing tonight. Normally we like to finish working before supper, but tonight we're a little late. It's always a little trickier when you're on a ladder. And fortunately, it's actually quite warm outside. The wind is blowing and howling, but it's could be worse. You can see the bottom part of this window is faring worse than the top. The rain hits it, and you know, eventually all these windows we'll probably replace them, but we're just redoing them for now. We're painting them and we're sanding them and we're putting new glass in them, and yeah, it should be good. We don't really want to change. We like the way they look. We like the way they're designed, and so we're being patient. Okay, since we got the ladder out and we've already done one half, let's do the other half, then we can clean this up. Time for a time lapse. So I was joking around with the guys at Leroy Merlin when they cut this, and it was pretty cool. They let me put them on camera. One guy was doing it. He was really good. The others were watching. I think he's maybe one of the better ones, and so they were learning how to do it. And I was telling them, I think they've given us now 50 windows. We've changed out, I think, 50 panes of glass. So it's starting to go a lot faster. You know, first of all, you gotta get the glass out if it's still there, and you gotta, so without, you know, hurting your hands, you put some gloves on for sure. And you try to keep the glass without, you know, shattering everywhere. Then you go around the outside and you edge all the former caulking out, clean it out, and you put the new glass in, see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you get the trimmer out and you make it, you know, widen it to fit. Then you put the caulking in, put up the window, put the caulking on the other side, and you're done. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depends on the window. That went great. Now, if you're wondering how these windows stay closed, it's these little guys right there. See dirty, they slide up and down. There's a lock at the top and at the bottom. Although honestly, we never open these top windows. So if some of them keep blowing open in the wind, we just put a screw into it and say, you know what, you're staying closed. There's just no point. Such a beautiful yard. Oh, someone asked the other day on the comments, do we own that and that? Yeah, we do. That used to be an amusement park, and that was a pool for kayaks for fun bumper boats, and that was a restaurant. So someday, who knows, maybe we'll use them again, but for now they're just sitting there.
All right, it's a beautiful day, not too windy, sun's finally shining. I fertilized the first half of this whole little maze, or whatever we want to call it, our little hedge. And now this last chunk, now that it's not blustery and gross outside, I will try and fertilize this side. And look guys, it's starting to come, yay. I think we're in luck. I think it's gonna come back. So there's this little tree outside the house. I noticed this last year, this little weird appendage that was growing on one of the branches. Now we don't have this in North America that I know of, not where we have lived. They call it mistletoe here, and it attaches itself onto trees, and there was only one. And I was like, I should go try to figure out how to get rid of that, because it sounded like things that I've researched, it's tricky to get off, or I don't know. Now I get back now, and it has spread through the whole tree in multiple locations. And
Look at
I'm
that.
kind of really worried because the tree does not look happy at all. So if anyone has advice on how to get it out, I will do research, and I'm gonna try to clip it out and get rid of them because I don't want it to keep going.
All right, doing a couple things out here. First of all, you remember that we want to expand the shower from 80 centimeters to 90. So these guys are about exactly the right height. So I thought, and so we're cutting them to sort of fit around. We'll have two in the front and one on the side. That gets us to 90, but they have to be trimmed a little bit. So get out the old diamond tip Bosch. And then secondly, I'm making this toilet hole bigger. And so I just got a little drill and a little stone, and we're plugging away at it. Slow job, but we don't have to take much off, so it'll be fine. So a little tricky with one hand, but the nice thing is all you have to do is cut them about halfway through. Ow. And then they break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday lunch, and it's time to test Leslie's aficionado. Leslie, I have cut 3 cheeses. One is brie, one is Tome, a local favorite, I think, and one is camembert. Please tell us. Okay, let's take a look. Which one you got there? Okay. You can take a taste and tell me which one is which.
This one's the Tome.
Correct. Correct. Boy, just by smelling it. Granted, these are all fairly close, these cheeses. Brie and Camembert. Remember, she had COVID. So your taste is...
This is Camembert.
Yes.
That's Brie.
Brie. 3 for 3. Aficionado. Looks like the roses are coming nicely, eh? Look at how big that one is. Super tall. So I Googled how to estimate how tall a tree is. I've always been curious to know about these trees, these big, huge trees over here. And some really good ideas. Apparently on your phone, you can download a level, which will tell you the angle. And then you just hold it kind of on the angle and point the phone up to the top of the tree, then measure the base, and then you can go into the scientific calculator to figure out the rest. I'm doing it the easy way. I just walk to where it's 45 degrees, because in a triangle with 45 degrees, you know that the two sides are always the same. And then I just measure it, and that's how I know. Did a quick estimate on this guy, and I came out with, do the math again, Rob. I believe, I just stepped it out, but I believe it was somewhere around 130, 140 feet tall, this tree. Isn't that incredible? I'll get a real tape measure and do a more accurate job, but super tall tree. It would definitely hit the Château if it fell this way. This tree to the right is leaning a bit towards the Château, a little bit more than I think it was before, which would be a travesty because it's a beautiful tree in its own right. And I think I calculated it at somewhere around 90 feet tall, maybe a little less, 85. And I do not think it will hit the tree, the Château, if it falls over. But got to think of these things. It's coming, but it's going slow. And so I'm going to upgrade. Instead of my little battery powered Ryobi, I'm going to upgrade to the Bosch hammer drill, which is plugged in, so it should have considerably more power. Hopefully speed things up a bit. It's taking forever. I just got these are like $5 little stones, so I don't know that they're great, but they're going to work. All right, that base went on really good. Now it's nothing to look at now, but of course we'll get that tile adhesive on there, and then we'll put the subways on it, and you won't even know what's underneath. Cover on this pipe too. I'm pretty happy with that little job, so that'll be good. Now I thought I had the sink all leak proof. You know, no leaking from the two pressurized taps, so that's good. And I thought I had the drain on good too, but this morning I saw this. See that? That's a wet piece of wood. Now I'm gonna watch that, and if that dries out, maybe it dries out and it was just some water I spilled when I was initially putting it together. No problem. But it's also very possible that there's a very slow leak on the drain. You know, like when there's a drain, the pipe goes like this and then it has a little P. It dips down so that it stops the sewer gases. Well, if that one's not tight enough, that water just sits there and so it can have a slow leak. It's not a big deal, but obviously you don't want to have a slow leak. And so if this stays for a couple of days, I'll have to take it all apart and put it back together and see what I did wrong.
The perfect tool is always a joy to work with. This brush is one of my favorites. It's a bit of a mess right now. It's just a short little guy. I'm not sure if we brought it from home or not, but I always love it with the angle, a nice pointy end, and it makes trimming a joy, even despite having all of these bumps and wiggles to have to work around. So perfect tool, as Martha Stewart would say, it's a good thing.
Well, now I feel like a legitimate farmer. I got the tractor stuck in the field. Yeah, I sunk in the mud. It's a lot wetter than I realized back there. So I'll go back with a shovel later. I think I'll let it dry out for a day or two, and then I'll get a shovel, try to dig it out. Maybe Leslie drives, I push, and if that doesn't work, we'll get a car over there or something, I don't know. We'll pull it out. We'll get her out. Leslie had a great idea back here. Now it doesn't seem to be working too well, but to put a couple of solar powered spotlights on the statue. Kind of fun at night, but yeah, they don't really seem to be throwing a lot of light. So it might have been money not well spent so far. Who knows? Maybe we get some bright days. They'll kick in.
So maybe this is an obvious design tip for some of you, but when you're putting a room together, it's all about balance. oftentimes I have clients say, I think that's gonna go. And for me, it's about get your collection of things. It could be finishes, it could be textures, it could be colors, and it could be all those things. And you have to have a little bit of everything in order to balance the whole room together. So in this case, when we have our little blue and white and taupe, we have the taupe on the boys' side with green. On this side, we have the blue, of course, and in these little shutters, I did a combo of all of them. Then in the doors, this one, I definitely have all blue. Gonna add some taupe with the little gardener rating. And then in this door, which I just started painting, we're gonna keep it going taupe. And then down below, I was just deciding, do I go blue on the bottom? Do I go white? Do I go whatever? Wait and see. You can see on this side, can't touch it, it's wet. With the boys, we did, let's see if you can see, we did the taupe and white, because mostly in here, we have white and taupe, and then the dark green. So, if we had been really ambitious, and it hadn't been too annoying for Rob, I probably would have gone blue on the ceiling, but maybe that's for another day. But for now, I think it's coming along.
As beautiful as this chateau is, and as much as we both love it, for me, I can't wait till the students get back. This has been kind of a weird one. We had so much pressure with COVID and all the travel restrictions. And so the first few years we were just running to get everything done. And then last year, you know, we tried to do 2 sessions. So we had, I think, people in our house, was it 140 or 150 days out of 180, something like that? There were people in this house with us. So it was tiring, it was grueling. And it was great having the students, but it was tiring. This year's different. You know, following, you know, the busyness of last year, we had 2 months, July and August, to work on the chateau. Then we had December. Now we've had March and April. That's 5 months without students. And as much as I love the chateau and as fun as it is to renovate a house, the true heart of what we're doing is young people. And I cannot wait to have this house full of kids again, full of laughter and the games and the singing and reading through the scriptures and traveling around Europe and talking about life. And that is just, you know, the house is a means to an end. The house is a means to an end to help people. And I'm thankful for it, and I'm willing to work for it. But I can't wait for the students to get here. Back to drilling the toilet hole, which, by the way, is getting bigger. It's nice when you can see progress. This guy can now almost fit in. Almost. So we'll keep going. See that rubber gasket? It's going to clamp tight, and that's going to seal, I hope. All this work, I certainly hope so. I've definitely been grinding this for an hour, and it was definitely a good move getting the more powerful drill. I've worn down a significant portion of this stone. We'll just keep going till we get her. So I'm sitting here grinding down the toilet, and I look inside, and I'm like, oh look, it's a beautiful lady. And I'm thinking, well, that's unusual because she doesn't usually sit around. But then she said she's chatting with somebody, with their daughter, and also she's picking fleas off the dog. Now, normally Mr. Bingley's very fortunate. He's very good. He doesn't get a lot of fleas, and we have medicine for him, but he's been running all over the place, and a few of them did get to him. So, part of life. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Boom, straight in. Seal on the bottom. Now, hopefully it won't leak. This is coming along well. You'll notice there was a couple of high spots that we had to grind down because, of course, we need that to be flat there since it's going to be a seal. Next, I'll get a wire brush out and put it on a little wire brush bit and put it on the drill, and we'll try to take off most of this rust. This job is fun, you know, restoring this old toilet. Although when you're working with the scale of house that this is, you know, this would be nice if, you know, you had, I don't know, you had a day off and you just had a day to kind of putter around and do a toilet. But man, all the jobs we have, this is getting to be a lot of time for one toilet. But hopefully it's going to be cool, and hopefully it's going to work. It's Wednesday, beautiful morning, and it's warm. Boy, it's warm. It's supposed to get to 20 this week. That's like 70 Fahrenheit. Incredible. And a welcome change. A welcome change. Looking at the base of the sink, it becomes clear that we have the slow leak from the drain. So I'm going to take it all apart and we're going to try to get that thing tightened better. And yeah, let's go get them. Okay, I think we got the leak. Do you want to turn it on, Des, one more time? So it looks like we got no leaks here. And then the hard one to see is over here. But with the beauty of the camera, looks like we got no leaks. Interestingly, they just have this piece dry fit. There's no glue on it. But I mean, the water runs downhill, so unless there's a plug, we're okay. If there's a plug somewhere, then we would probably see that. But looks like we're good. All right, all sealed up. No leaks. And we ran a little bit of caulk along the top. Again, this is an older piece, so you know, I've washed it a little bit. It's still dirty, but we'll clean her up a little bit more and hopefully it'll fit in nicely. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon. This is the kind of weather you love about France. Time to go back to the sink. I mean the toilet. Got a couple little wire brushes, cheap little guys, and we'll go in here and scrape some of that rust off. I think Mr. Bingley's over here joining me. Early, he's with his mom. He's got his anti-flea jacket. There were so many fleas yesterday, I don't know why. He had his medication. Hopefully they're all dying, but we're gonna try to help him out because he was not happy. They're gone, Mama says. And what you working on?
Oh, I'm finishing the roses. I didn't get it done, and then it got cold again.
She's finishing the roses. In case you couldn't hear, she's a long ways off, and she couldn't get it done when it got cold, so it's warm and she's back out doing it. Trimming them up. Gonna be a beautiful...
20 minutes before lunch, so I figured...
You had a certain amount of time before lunch, yeah. We're gonna go to La Flèche today, I think, and check out, we found, what did you find? Really loud?
Another brocon?
With what?
Hopefully beds.
Oh yeah, maybe a couple of beds. We need 2 more beds still, so another brocon in La Flèche. And maybe...
And then maybe if we have time, we can go pop into that auction house.
We'll maybe check out the auction house. Super fun.
My view as I'm trying to clean up this very tangled rose bush. But every once in a while you look up and you see that beautiful white tuffo stone against the brilliant blue sky and the sun today, and it's just lovely. You know, every year my mom and I, we would go to the nursery and we would go and look at new roses for the year. This poor little guy, he's not looking so good, as you can see. He struggled last year, and I did a fairly big haircut on him. There are some issues still, but he's trying to come back, and little bits on the bottom, which I'm excited about, which are also trying to leaf out again, which is what I was hoping to encourage, to see if we can't bring the old guy back. So he's a beautiful pink. The Grifferaie rose is over there on the other side, and this one's pinker, more soft pinky. And so I'm hoping we can get somewhere with this nice little bush. I do miss my mom because this is something that she would have loved to have done with me while we were here. And she would have loved this view too.
This is going great. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Yeah, this might be a hard one-hand job. Yeah, I can't really get that with one hand, but it's doing a good job. The gizzards have been installed. I'm not sure that's the correct word for it, innards of the toilet, but gizzards. Now, the next question is to see if that will hold water. So we're gonna go to a sink and and the magic moment will be if that holds water. Now, originally I was thinking what we were gonna have to do is get like some kind of adapter to go over this and then into the drain pipe. But then what I realized, I'm not as smart as I look, is that that's actually perfectly sized for a pipe to go in, and what you do is you glue it, you know, ABS cement. So that's actually perfect. So really good news for us on that point, if it holds water. Okay, did we get it? There's water in there. There's a drip, but that's actually from the tap. I think we got it. I don't see any water leaking. Again, that I can see that drip is like Yeah, that's a different drip, so don't worry about that guy. We're looking for a drip down here. Okay, let's see if we can flush it. Oh, can I do it with one hand? Oh, it's always hard. I should really bring it. Okay, here we go. Powerful video. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So good. I think we got it.
Ah, I wondered.
I mean, we'll see, but
Very exciting.
I know, I'm super excited here.
I am very
We may have water momentarily.
pleased if we can make this old cast iron British feeling toilet fit in our British feeling room. Very exciting.
Yeah. Some days you get the beautiful sunshine and some days you get the stink bugs. And then there's some days where you get the sunshine and the stink bugs. So beautiful today. Hear the birds, big trees, got our car. We're going off to check out an antique dealer and a brocante. And it's good midweek, give the body a rest. I know Leslie's hands hurt and had a lot of cuts in my hands and stuff, so this will be really nice few hours here.
Pourquoi une pièce doit être remplacée ou au contraire, pourquoi
Beautiful building in La Flèche.
En prenant rendez-vous sur Peugeot.fr, profitez de 50 € de remise immédiate pour tous travaux d'entretien de votre Peugeot d'un montant minimum de 250 €, voire conditions en ligne.
Peugeot Service. Notre Peugeot, notre passion.
Chérie, effectue...
Shortage of beautiful things while we're just sitting here parked while Rob has to run into the bank. Beautiful, beautiful buildings that we just get to sit and enjoy while we're parked. Hard life.
So here we are in a brocante just north of La Flèche. This one is kind of a big warehouse with a bunch of stuff. That looks like a nice piece. What says Leslie? I like those candelabra in front.
Yeah, I like those too, actually.
$70 for two, I think.
Is it bad?
No, I can't get enough candelabra. This is difficult for an ADHD person like myself. All right, we have two little chandelier for, you think it's 19 each or 19 for the pair? And you say that this is a nice, can't really see it, but a nice little bench.
Nice little bench, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't see it, but it's in there.
Got a big chandelier over here. We're gonna go check it out. See how much it is. Be heavy. Big. For scale. Here we have an art stand that looks kind of cool. What? Oh, and so you can draw.
Well,
You can paint, or just it lights it, a candlelight. One on the other side. Oh, that's cool. Goes on the back too. Careful. Rotates. That's fun. I wonder how much. All in all, it's a cool place, but Leslie thought their prices had gone up quite a bit. So there was quite a few things that were not a super good deal, and of course, very crowded. But some unique pieces, always fun going to a brocante in France. All right, well, we came out with some candelabra, 2 for €70. Not bad. You're disappointed though. You're looking for...
yeah, still looking for beds.
Yeah, oh well.
We'll see. There was
keep
no
looking.
stuff in there.
Yeah, there was. Check that out. The green works, eh? Nice job, Bess. Though she's saying now she's gonna have to take she may have to take the dishes off. It's getting a little too crowded up there. But a nice addition. Okay, we know we showed this place before, but we love this place, so we won't go long. But Gourmet to Asia, here we come. All kinds of different Asian food. I'm starting off with sushi, and Leslie has some good options. Mushrooms are terrific. What else you got, Beth?
Here. I have some little lemon chicken, a little brochette, and another one, some rice, some broccoli, some
Yum.
little gyoza.
Fun place. All right, main course time.
What do you
I got a samosa, a couple of gyoza,
Oh, yeah.
a little broccoli, some caramel pork. The mushrooms are great. A little bit of shrimp and a roll. Oh, it's nice to have the Asian food. Leslie's got her favorite lychee.
Yep. A little lychee, a little bit of kiwi, little
Japanese
peaches,
fruit, a little chocolate.
and a little chocolate.
Makes for a good dessert. Well, it's Wednesday night and we've had a good full half week. We got lots of videos, so I think we're gonna throw this all onto the video camera and get it up, and it'll probably be up by Thursday. You're probably looking at this on Thursday. And then we're gonna do another one for Sunday. We wanna bring back Story Sunday. So we'll have regular clips and we'll try to get to a French restaurant on Sunday instead of Asian food. And then also tell you another piece of our story. That's always fun to do. So thanks for joining us. I'll throw it to Leslie, who's going to give us the official what would have been the ending for this video.
Thanks for hanging out with us and checking out to see what we got done this week, and or partway through the week we'll see if this ends up being more than one video. Thanks for coming.